Good morning, traders. Welcome to this video where we take a look at the performance overview of our trading in September 2022. My name is Chris Forsek from Elite Currency, and on this 5th of October, we're going to do this review. All right, so at this moment, we're looking at 6 different type of trading methods: Athena EA, Chris's Mix, Zeus EA New, Portfolio, SWAT EA, and Options. Now, first of all, some news about SWAT EA. We have been trading this for 1 year and 7.5 months, so almost 20 months in total. It has gained about 65-70% profit, so that's good news. That said, last month was almost negative 10%. And if we look at the results of SWAT EA this year, let's take a look. You'll see that there was only a couple of months that were positive. August slightly, June was a very good month. Don't look at this month, October, because that just started. So we don't know if that will ever be positive, of course. But other months were just around zero or negative. And if you look at the equity curve, it's not bad, but it's not something that I would like to trade with my capital. We were testing this. We wanted to give it a try, so we kept going. But we decided that after 20 months, this is just not matching our requirements in terms of profitability. So we decided to stop. So this will not be part of the overview for anymore. From next month onwards, we stop trading this, and we rather spend the time on our current EAs and developing other EAs. So we will disband in this one. Okay, so that's the first news about the SWAT EA. Unfortunately, those things happen. Then Athena EA keeps performing as we've seen in the last 1.5 years or so, with all the accounts that you see here, plus both this month, or last month I should say, and in total. Rand Forex has had the best performance so far, as you can see, plus more than 50%. Best performance in September was with EA markets, as you can see, plus 5.6%. So if we take a look at those accounts, here one of them, there we go. Very steady results, as you can see, with some occasional bigger wins on certain days that provided the bigger volatility. Win percentage well above the 70%, both for longs and shorts, with a profit factor of more than 3.5. I'm sure that will go down eventually. This is a little bit higher than usual, and I think it's probably a little bit too high. I expect that profit factor to be lower, but it's certainly an amazing number. 3.5 is fantastic, and I think it's a little bit overinflated in a way, but yeah, it's great that it can reach such high levels. We have 1,400 trades here, so it's not a small amount. 1,200 pips, as you can see. If we look at the risk of ruin, oh sorry, here we are. It is very low for any of the drawdown percentages, as you can see. If we look at the hourly breakdown, that's the daily, excuse me. Pretty even. Here's the hourly. Trading euro dollar, of course. There we go. So those are all the stats. Equity curve, drawdown, very low, as you can see in this chart. Here it says 10%. So yeah, those are great figures to show. So we're happy with the Athena EA. So next on the list is Chris Mix. This is more of a mix, to be honest, in the sense that the results are a mix and not as positive as the others, such as Zeus New and Athena. So it's struggling, certainly with KTM, who have been trading for a while. It's down 22%, and we cannot snap that losing streak yet. But we keep working on it. We keep looking at the best mix of EAs. And that's also the main difference with Athena EA and Zeus New, is that Athena EA and Zeus New EA are just single EAs trading their method, whereas Chris Mix takes different types of EAs and mixes them, uses a little bit less risk, so that we of course don't trade too much at the same time. Chris Mix doesn't use Athena EA or Zeus New. There are different EAs in that mix, okay, in that package, and we tried to choose the best ones for the next months. It's a dynamic, ongoing analysis for choosing the best EAs, and we try to adapt to the market conditions. But so far, it hasn't been working as we planned. That doesn't mean that I'm writing it off. With contrary to SWAT EA, we just started, and I have more and more faith in Chris Mix. I think there is a more solid theoretical underpinning because SWAT EA is just one EA that had some decent profit, but we were expecting more out of it. I think with Chris Mix, we're looking at a much more dynamic approach, and I think it could really work well. But we have to prove it. So I'm giving ourselves 6, 12 months, and I hope to see some good numbers within that time frame. The only positive one was with the markets plus 4% in September. And you can see here so far nothing special on this account. But hopefully we saw the lows behind us. The lows here dipping at minus 10%. We're now at minus 4, so hopefully this is a new uptrend for Chris Mix. Okay. Then we have Zeus New. This is really stellar results. I mean, you're seeing here plus 7 in September. You see plus 12.5. You see plus 14.5. You see total figures around the 30-35%. So pretty happy with that. Obviously, this is one of the Zeus New accounts, and you can see pretty hefty plus figures there, except for July. Great stuff. And if you look at this here, also everything is positive. Plus 6, plus 6, plus 7, plus 11. And it's steady, it's sturdy. This is the markets, and then Reddit Forex is the same thing. Up a little bit less, but started, I think, a little bit later. This is July, and this is May. You see, that's the difference. This one started a little bit later, about 6 weeks later. The average on this one is 9%, whereas the average on this one is 7%, and the average on this one is 6%. So 6 to 9% average on these three accounts is great. So of course, only risk capital if you might be interested. I don't know, but if anyone might be interested, only risk with capital you can afford to lose. Everything here is very risky. Always keep that in mind. Trading in general is risky. Forex and CFD specifically is very risky. So we got to always keep that in mind. I'm only trading with capital that I can afford to lose and am willing to take the risk with. All right. Portfolio, yes. ECS, sorry. We restarted that one. We had an account that was down about 40%. We removed that one. It was going nowhere. Making a fresh start with new approach. So Chris Mix and portfolio are more or less